Hi there again, this is Quintus Hegie. My skill is mind training, and as a Master Hypnotist I coach location independent entrepreneurs to become their best self and achieve new heights, both in their personal life as in their business in terms of profits and growth. In this short video I want to share with you a bit of my experience about how I got into mind training and how I became a certified hypnotist with many clients helped so far. For this, I want to go back a long time ago, more than 20 years ago, where I was struggling myself. I was doing very good in the studies and in the school, like with my mind, in intelligence. I was very good, but I lacked a bit the touch about how do my feelings work, how do my emotions work, and I was looking for ways to connect there in a better sense and also connect more to my purpose. And then I started learning, reading a bit about online about psychology. So I started studying a bit psychology besides my regular studies and work. I started diving into this topic of the mind and psychology, how does it work. And I wasn't really satisfied with it in the sense that it seemed very complex and very cumbersome to do it. Now it's a very great profession, so to say. But for me I was looking for something that's more impactful and more easy and more permanent to do. So via further research on emotional intelligence and I got into contact with Neuro Linguistic Programming, NLP, in a short abbreviation. And in Neuro Linguistic Programming, it's like a programming language for your mind. Now, this was something that I could relate to. I've programmed a lot of computer coding, so for me that was a nice progression as a next step. Okay, how does the Mind OS operating system work, so to say? And there I got to learn from NLP a few techniques on how to get more in touch with myself, what do I want, how do I overcome obstacles that I have, some traumas from the past, how can I overcome that, and how can I go and be the person that I would like to be, that's truly myself. So from Neuro-Linguistic Programming I really got new insights. I attended a few seminars, also from people, well-known trainers in the Netherlands, and I listened a lot to one of the more American popular NLP gurus that were out there. So, but how then did I go into how do I find about hypnosis? And this is actually quite, when I look back in hindsight, it's actually quite obvious, because as soon as I discovered about Neuro Linguistic Programming, got a bit the feeling of it, got touched with it and played with it, I was looking, okay, but how can I accelerate this? How can I make these changes go faster? Because with Neuro Linguistic Programming, we're still talking to the conscious mind, so to say. So I have to be like really awake and every time think a bit about it. And it helped a bit with my feelings to get them in the right place. For example, I used to be very afraid of public speaking. So in my studies, when there was an exercise that there was a project and we did together and then someone had to present, I will be like the last person. I will say like, maybe you can do that. Using some of the techniques from NLP and also from the hypnosis that I later discovered, I was able to ground myself, to relax, and actually be presenting the information that the group has put together in the project. So nowadays I can easily present topics. That's for me I no longer have this fear of presentation. I've given presentations in big groups on the television and the radio, many places now. So there was something that I discovered, wow, this really works. And the interesting, it worked in an instant. And a friend that I met from the Neuro Linguistic Programming trainings, actually there were two friends, they were studying hypnosis and they were getting certified for hypnosis and being a hypnotherapist. And we had some sessions together where they hypnotized me, with some of the challenges I was going through, and I got first-hand experience how does hypnosis work and what kind of impact does it have on your life, in this case in my life. So we worked together, and we had a few hypnosis sessions because they were training for their certifications, and I discovered that with hypnosis it's very similar to Neuro Linguistic Programming, like that's a certain way to talk to yourself and talk to your mind, but it works with your subconscious, so it works much deeper and much stronger, and it changes in an instant. It's like I got to experience, and I'm really grateful for that I met those people. I got to experience that with hypnosis, the change is instant and effortlessly. It's super fast. So, and that is what I'm looking for. Like how can I find something that's easy, super fast, and have a profound effect on my life? That I don't need to worry about it all the time again. And this is the thing that I discovered with hypnosis sessions that we did together. I also got to learn a bit of hypnosis from that by also giving back to those people. And we went together to a hypnosis certification class in abroad, international, where we got certified with a Master Hypnosis, and later I also got my advanced hypnosis degree in that. So I was so enthusiastic that I started learning it and also attended training for it. And at that time I was having my first business as a dating coach, and that was actually quite nice for me because I had an opportunity to all my learned skill about hypnosis, and where I used it for myself to get more confidence and to get more true, to get more strong, and to remove my barriers in my beliefs and my traumas. I actually got to help other, in this case men, to also break free, be more confident, be more charismatic, and have more success, in this case with flirting and dating with women. So in that company, my first company, I got a lot of clients, and I was able to make many hours of real practice of being a master hypnotist and giving my training to people. So, and I really enjoyed that, and as I grow further, I went into make another business, which is more in the financial markets, and I could do now some data consultancy. And I find that with the people that I meet that are also building businesses and want to grow, I find that they struggle with similar problems. There's known what you start to do when you set up a business, location independent as an entrepreneur. This information is readily available. You can read about it a lot on the internet and online. You can hear other people speak about it that are successful in it, and then if you copy that, you will be a similar successful location independent entrepreneur. But something was holding them back. Similar like for me when I was growing my business, my second business in this case, I had to be myself, also grow as a person. For example, to delegate certain things and to trust other people with certain tasks that otherwise I would have done all the time myself. So this can be an example, at least for me it was an example to learn to communicate with people in my team, to hand them over tasks, to let them know where we want to go, and then give them the trust and the resources and the means that I leverage the tasks to them. That is an example where I use it for myself. And I find that more and more entrepreneurs have met people that are like the main owner of the business, so the business is them. They are struggling with similar things, that if they want to grow, they have to get rid of certain things from the past that are holding them back, and they want to learn certain skills, but in this case not the hard skills. They know the hard skills, but there's something in the mind that's holding them back. Like physically they are able to do it, but the mind doesn't get to it. So that's why I started coaching and training other entrepreneurs. I'm now already on my fifth or sixth business or something, so it's also an area that I'm have some experience about. So I started coaching other entrepreneurs and also making get a good insight in what kind of problems they struggle with their mind, and how can we overcome and achieve that. At the same time, I'm doing data consultancy at big companies. This is like a very expensive job to do. I work a lot with AI, data science, and all these big fancy terms. It's quite a lot of mathematics and complicated. And how can I help the business there grow and optimize some of the processes by utilizing the data? And there I work also with a lot of people that are professional people, smart thinkers, and they also want to get a bit further in their career and making solutions at their work. I slowly started volunteering for giving trainings at big company events as part of the training programs about that. Besides the hard skills, there's also the soft skill of the mind training. So I started giving group workshops for companies and at events and congresses where I give like introductory workshop to working with your mind, learning to work with your mind. Like 1 hour, it's accessible for everyone that's out there, especially in the corporate workforce. So there I started developing more trainings with that audience and expanding my skills to present and to train more people that are interested about it, because I find that now for me the hypnosis is like a part of life. It's like a tool that I use. But that's really what it is. It's a tool that I use to get from where I am to where I want to go, even when there's like hidden obstacles in my mind that are preventing me, holding me back from getting there. So hypnosis is for me that tool. And what I like about it is that it really helps in an instant. But the secret about it is that most people associate it with these kind of dark forces, that you will be like a puppet, we are having you fly around like a chicken, which if you want you can do, but generally it's not very helpful for the thing that you want to achieve. So I discovered that there's a lot of unknown. People don't know about what it really is. So that was my motivation to give more and more of these group workshops. They are like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, so they're really like introduction. And when you have attended that, then you will have a first experience actually. So you experience first and judge later about what the hypnosis is, similar to how I got my first hypnosis session with my friends some time ago. And I think, aha, this is what it is. And this demystified a bit the unclarity about it, or the unknown about it, that you will see in the movies that you can be controlled from, which is really not the case with hypnosis. There are other ways for that you are currently subject to. So I would even say that when you're learning hypnosis and learning mind training is actually a good tool to defend yourself against bad actors out there. Not necessarily being hypnotist, but any bad actors that are out there. So that's where I discovered that more, and I got my experience in giving group workshops. Then for my third area, my third offering is also my third offering. I was for myself still a bit looking for being connected to more my masculinity. How can I be more integrated with my masculine energy and with my body and my senses? And there I started exploring. I already had a bit of exploration from one of my first companies where I was a dating coach, which is also much personal feelings and intimacy. So I wanted to explore that further, because I was still feeling that I was missing something. I could present to people and others, and I was very good at my work and at growing businesses. But I wanted to have more depth in being connected with my deeper passions, my deeper drive as a man, and about being connected also, for my case, with the woman. When I started diving into that more, I got more and more friends, male, female friends, that are also studying Tantra and sensuality and embodiment of those energies, some sparks to spirit also came by, and it helped me discover to get more into tune with my masculine energy, and utilizing my hypnosis toolkit that they already have. I could accelerate that and really heal wounds and traumas from the past. So I'm very happy about it. That I'm playing more with my senses, being more in contact with my body, and utilizing the hypnotic toolkit that I have. I can heal any traumas that I have, and I can also be more an integrated, strong primal male, which I really enjoy. And I see that when I talk about it and look a bit around with my friends and acquaintances that are similar, active in the field, they say that many people are very disconnected, and I really find that indeed from their sensual energy, from their soul energy. So that's where I started enhancing my offerings to also include sensual work. So now I have clients that men that want to have more connection to their primal masculinity. Some men even have a lack of confidence or cannot relax, and that leads into problems like erectile dysfunction. And also when I work with women and with the women in my life, I see that they really enjoy to become more feminine and embrace their beauty, heal traumas from the past, and really allow themselves to be truly connected to their feminine experience. And I was amazed to get to know the insight, to discover that there's a lot of men struggling with their masculinity and their manliness, but there's actually also a lot of women when I talk that are so much under pressure that they can't really allow themselves to be just relaxed, to be beautiful, and to have a great sensual experience. Even up to that, there's a lot of study on the subject that many women still don't know how to get a good climax, a good orgasm. So I started working with that area as well, teaching women how to be more orgasmic and how to get into that orbit of true feminine loving energy for yourself, and have a truly good bodily experience. So that's so summarizing. This is a wide range of experience I developed over time, from new ways to learn, to how to communicate with my body and with my mind, to teaching people, training groups of people, giving them an initiation similar to the one that I have gone. But I've gone a bit further because I went into the full certification, and I'm also training other people with my training to get the best out of themselves. And thirdly, on a personal, intimate connection, to really make a connection with people in this way, the more sensual connection. So the first connection was more about connecting with people, audiences, connecting for business purposes. And my third area was that I personally discovered to work my senses and get more touch to my body, besides also my brain, how to stimulate it. So that's in a nutshell for the last more than 20 years my experience in hypnosis, and I've decided to be active in a very specific segment of the market. So with hypnosis you can do a lot. So I learned a lot about setting up a hypnotherapy practice, for quit smoking, ideal weight, and there's many more problems in your mind that you can fix with hypnosis. I chose for myself 3 specific areas that I really from my own experience have felt and gone through, and this is something I want to offer to other people to also get help with those areas. So that's a nutshell my experience. More than 20 years. I've given hypnosis workshops for groups many times now. Like thousands of people have attended my courses, my group workshop courses so far. One-on-one, I've worked also with hundreds and hundreds of people. So I'm really grateful for that. I discovered this, and I'm also in the position to initiate others to get the best out of their mind and also the best out of their bodies. So thanks a lot. If you want to know a bit more about more specific questions about hypnosis, just send me a message, and also